on, what about now? No? Come on, I'm getting itchy, let's go!
Welcome back, folks.
would
The
you
Let's
have
Play
me
Baldur's
do?
Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, 2 labs down, 2 to go. And the less said about my first attempt to deal with the poison lab, the better. That was quite a shambles indeed, but ultimately we prevailed, and we not only got the Poison Scepter, we also got a 4th head for the Flail of the Ages, which we may get to attach to the rest of it at some point. Not in Shadows of Arm, but perhaps in the Throne of Baal if I ever get round to it. We now need to take care of the Ice Lab, and Dornell Khan is perfectly equipped to do so, because he has Firetooth plus 4, a weapon well equipped to take care of ice elementals and the like. And with him hasted, he should be able to get through this poison cloud without getting hurt, which he succeeded in doing. Marvellous. Once we open up this door, we will vent the poison into the ice lab. Make sure you don't have this door open as well, because if you do, the poison will just go straight through and end up here, and you don't want it here. We'll open this up, get a small amount of experience, and that's the poison gas doing what it does. I think it's disappeared for the moment, but it will reappear eventually. Now, for some reason, the enemies in here have a very difficult time pathfinding into this corridor. They should be able to get into here just fine, but they really fail at it. The cold air spilling from the room into the hall chills your bones, numbs your joints, and stiffens your clothing, making movement difficult. It also puts you under the effect of slow. And there is the Ice Golem that is capable of blasting out Cone of Cold, a really nasty spell that could just one-shot Edwin if I'm unlucky. This is the reason why I only have Dawn here. The Golem should really be able to get out of that room, but since it can't, that makes it really easy for me to have Dawn just pick them off with this crossbow and not even consume any ammunition doing so. The poison, by the way, will deal a very small amount of damage to the golem, and if the poison deals the killing blow, you lose all of the experience, so we really want to deal with you quickly. Maybe we can deal with you now? I think it only deals 1 point of damage, the poison, and there we go. I think we got a lot of experience there. Yep, the golem is gone. And we have 1 horn and the ice scepter. Now let's deal with that poison by closing this door. The poison will then stay here, and we can safely enter that room. There we go. We'll move the rest of the party now. There's no more threats to be faced in here. And this is when there's another ice monster in here, and we're in some bother. There is another ice monster in here! Oh dear, that was a silly thing to do. But I think, yep, we can still deal with you just fine, the same way we dealt with the others. We're not attacking as fast, which isn't great because we got slowed, but you'll still fall all the same. This is a really good crossbow, and it's really cheap too. There we go. You're gone. Time to quickly get these. There's not just the ice scepter. There is also another one of these horns. We have 2 of them now. This silver scepter key from the elemental room of ice is inlaid with white diamonds. It will open the north door of the ice chamber and the south door of the fire chamber. We also didn't check out the description of the poison one. This green scepter key is from the elemental room of slime and will open the east door of the ice chamber, further cementing that you need to deal with these in a particular order. Now let's go over here and get ready to take care of the enemies in the fire room. Now we want to lead them into the ice lab so they get frozen and die permanently. We'll open up this door and head over to here. get ready.
Be quick with it.
Move you back. Also, having
Yes.
you equipped with
What
that
do you want,
there is
groundling
not
biscuit?
going to be
He
good.
will
It
for
served
this.
its purpose, Firetooth +4. Not going to be that great at taking care of some fire elementals. I don't think this room deals any damage to us. It doesn't seem like it does, which is good. Now, let's save before we open this door. Oh, we actually can't save right now. Is that because we're in here? We cannot save. Fair enough, we'll have to deal with this without saving. Let's just hope this goes well. The door is open. There is a fire giant. Now, I'd rather not deal with the fire giant right now, but the fire giant seems pretty intent on coming this way. Or maybe you've gone back. Ah, there's one of the fire elementals that we want to lure over to here. Come this way, and perish forever. This is not a good idea that you're engaging in here, but it's good enough. Let's take you on.
Oh, all right.
The elemental freezes instantly from the cold of the room and dies. Right, we don't even need to fight the elementals. That's good news. One down. Let's get the other ones. There's another one and another one. Come this way. I am the Pied Piper of Fire, and I bring you to a cold conclusion. That pun should probably be the thing to kill you by itself, but no, I actually have to lure you over. You're a little bit more reluctant. That's sensible, because now you're pretty much gone. Greater Fire Elemental, death. You actually need to deal one blow to dispatch them. That's fair enough. How many more of these do we have to deal with? There's one there. You're going to pop back into that room. It's a sensible idea that you do so. Now, there they are. I just want them to come over here. They're being very reluctant, though. Let's just, flames and cinders erupt from the chimney, adding to the virtually unbearable heat of the chamber. Ah, we're taking small amounts of fire damage just for staying in there. We could have the party equipped with loads of fire resistance items. We do have quite a few of them.
You talking to me?
Now you're gonna go into here. Nope, the fire elemental is not talking to you. The fire elemental can't talk to anyone because it's frozen and now it's dead. One more to take care of. I'd be tempted actually to not deal with the fire giant in that room and just do what I did before. Now there's one more elemental, and I believe you're right at the back, or have I actually dealt with all of them? There's only one way to find out, and that is to try and take care of you. I don't see another elemental, but that doesn't mean that there isn't one. Because there's also this way. Ah, there you are! Sometimes these elementals and the like to wander around. And you decided to check out the chromatic demon. You're probably plotting with the demon. We can't have that. So if you wouldn't mind coming this way to your freezing doom, that would be fantastic. There we go. You're gone. And now that we've dealt with you, we should be able to deal with the fire giant easily. I don't think there are any more fire elementals that will come to its aid. So let's get some +1 arrows ready.
What would you have me do?
You're not going to be so useful with the bolts of fire alone, but we could have you do that. You can attack with that, and we'll have you attack with the unlimited +1 arrows. Let's step closer. We could even have you use your axe in the throwing mode, but I think I'll just have you hang back for now. There you are. Hello. Can I hit you with this bow? I can! Now you're going to go to there, and then you're just going to move back. This shouldn't be too tricky. And you aren't regaining any health, so have at thee! You will have a lot of health though, because you are a fire giant, but slowly we will whittle it down. Go back a little bit here, and we'll see how you do with your bolts. Go. Much better. I don't want you to rush forward. That's a foolish idea. You'll get hit by the fire giant and take a lot of damage. We've nearly dealt with you. A few more hits. And there is something that we can loot there, which we will do. There we go. Ooh, you have a helmet. Let's see what's special about this. This bejeweled scepter key from the elemental room of fire is inlaid with red rubies. It will open the east door of the fire chamber. Ah, so this was the only way we could go in. Fair enough. The Helm of the Rock. This helm grants a warrior immunities far beyond mere physical protections. It is obvious there once used to be a set of horns protruding from the metal cap, though the horns and any magic associated with them have long since disappeared. Ah, I believe this is one of the items that can be made better in Throne of Baal. We have the horns, but there's not a lot we can do with them right now. The second horn is right there. We can't just use them and then they magically reattach. We're going to need somebody pretty skilled in doing that. We don't have access to that person. I don't think Cromwell can do it. Let's quickly pop over here and see that there are some potions of fire resistance. That's not surprising. And now we have the tricky part, and that is dealing with the chromatic demon. The chromatic demon is going to be a problem. It's pretty much as I said before, a given that there's going to be a fight.
I'm busy.
And it's a good thing we weren't ambushed there, because we weren't ready for that. Now let's make some preparations. We're going to need some very specific ammunition. We're going to need both arrows of ice and arrows of fire. You're going to need both of these. That's a good combination. I'm going to leave you with that. You could... The acid arrows might actually be useful, because when the chromatic demon is in its air form, it is weak to acid. And you're not going to be able to do anything with that, though your weapon will be pretty good at dealing damage to it.
That's the best you can
I
manage.
think that's about as ready as we're going to be in terms of weapons. Now we want to get some buffs going.
Have you nothing else to do but
We want to
bother
get
me?
a haste going here.
Sure,
We want to get
guides my
a
hand.
bless going here. So we also want to get
What should
a
I fetch now?
skeleton or two. Just a couple. Then Cirque and Berserk.
Yes.
And we're going to do this now and see just how poorly this will go.
After 1,000 wasted years, I'm finally free. And now, to spread some seriously bloody carnage to make up for lost time. Oh, where shall I start? Where shall I start? Oh, I think I'll start with you.
Surprising no one, the chromatic demon turns on us. Right, let's see if we can take care of you. Now, you're currently in your poisoned form, so
You are going
lightning is
somewhere.
pretty effective against you right now. It's time to get a chain lightning here.
Victory
We'll
shall
have you
be
just
ours.
attack.
You know this.
No real point in you doing anything right now. And we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to have you attack with your crossbow. We're dealing tiny amounts of damage here, like really tiny amounts of damage. And Corgan took a fair amount of damage there.
Go bother someone
Now
else.
let's get another shot off here with a chain lightning. Not doing too badly. You're currently injured. And you're now badly injured.
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
And I think that's the end of Simulacrum Corgan. Yeah, Simulacrum Corgan is very much gone. And so is the skeleton.
Have you nothing else to do but bother me?
We don't want to fire off any more lightning-like spells because we don't really have any that we can effectively use. you're going to start taking some serious amounts of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, now you've changed form. Now you are in your air elemental form, which means you are weak to the acid damage from this bow. And you're also weak to a few other things, but mainly the acid damage. Do you have a Melf's acid arrow? You do! And Korgan also has the ability to deal tiny amounts of acid damage using his axe. We also want to heal you up a little bit. And there goes the chromatic demon. We gain the circlet of Netheril, we gain a portal key, and a dagger.
Be quick with it.
That went pretty well. Let's get this dagger identified, shall we? Ixal's Spike. This dagger is actually the tip of Ixal's nail, an artifact of almost unimaginable power. Even this small piece of the legendary spear is a fierce weapon. It's a +2 dagger. If we can find the rest of it, though, oh, it's going to become so much more. And we probably will find the rest of it. This thin circlet of gold appears too simple and plain to be a crown. Although adorned with gems, there are arcane and cryptic symbols etched along the surface, hinting at hidden power within the golden circlet. Not many classes can use it, but wizards can. We're not going to right now, though, because it doesn't seem to have any particular purpose. I'm pretty pleased overall, though, with how well that fight went. It was a huge success, and we're going to wait for your berserk state to end. Simulacrum Korgan was pretty essential there at tanking a lot of harm, and I'm actually going to save just in case we have the minor problem of a random encounter. We don't want one right now. And there was a random encounter. Now, these random encounters are very nasty because this is a Devil Shade. Devil Shades do a lot of negative levels. And we want a haste. We can see if we can take care of these, but there's a reason why I saved, and that is because this is a very tricky encounter. There's a little bit of energy drain. And our attacks are not really that effective. Also, they have a tendency to make Shadow Fiends appear. And Shadow Fiends are a problem. Also, we need you to be up close here. We've dealt with, I think, one of them. So let's focus on the second Devil Shade now. And then we can deal with all the Shadow Fiends. This went a little better than I thought it would, but we still have all of these negative levels to take care of. We can deal with that, though. Now, only 2 people took negative levels, and that's Dawn here and Korgan.
I am yours to
Now,
command.
we're going to use this first on Dawn. There we go. Then we'll rest and use it on Korgan. There we go. We got all our spells back, and this is going to fatigue you. But it's worth it. We also got a not too unimpressive amount of experience from those enemies. There we go. Everything is as it should be. Apart from the fact that you're tired. We should deal with that. Oh look! More of them! How did I know that was going to happen? Well, time to suffer all of the negative levels again. Except the fact that you now can't take all that damage. Let's see how we do. These Devil Shades are targeting Korgan here, and I'm very glad for that. I should have done that to begin with, really, but that was a mistake that I've learned to not make again. There we go. Just finish this off, and then we'll try resting again. We could actually go outside and see if that works, but you know what? I'm sure we'll be fine this time. And we were! And of course I did it when Dawn was berserking, so he's tired now. But that's okay. We can have him rest another time. Let's put him down to level 3, shall we?
What do you like?
Oh, level 3. I'm not a fan of level 3.
What? Duckman! Yakman sees people before him, but they must be illusions. Yes, Yakman is seeing illusions. Delusionary Yakman.
Yakman? Is that your name, Elf? Yakman?
Yakman talk all the time. He was told talkative Yakman. Once came with party, all looking for treasure. Yakman talk all the time. Now all they are dead and only Yakman left. Lost, lonely Yakman.
If you get the idea that Yakman may be a little bit mad, congratulations! You just read the descriptive text of this character.
Wait, you speak? Illusions that speak? No! Demons covered in illusions. Must get away from the demons. Sneak away. Sneaky Yakman.
Yakman is not that sneaky. Yakman's going to go that way. And we are going to follow Yakman. For this is a maze. A maze of portals that we are going to have a lot of difficulty navigating. But this way should lead to somewhere safe. For it leads to Yakman. There's also a pair of gauntlets here. And when we come back, folks, we're going to have a conversation with Yakman, and then we may pop out and see if we can sell some things we don't want, and then go back to exploring the maze. And this maze is definitely worthy of that title, for it is amazingly difficult. I may not be able to get through the maze, but I'll try my best. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.